Since 2011, the stars of Impractical Jokers have produced countless hours of self-humiliating comedy and a pretty large number of running gags along the way. Loyal viewers probably caught most of these weird references in Impractical Jokers the movie, but here are a few in case you missed them. Viewers of Impractical Jokers know that the show focuses almost entirely on its four charming stars who have known each other since childhood: Sal Vulcano, Gatto, James Murray, and Brian Quinn. But fans truly in the know understand that they have a fifth member, and his name is Larry.
Joe, these FedExes gotta go out. You need Larry! Larry!
Often screamed at but never seen, Larry is the go-to name for a guy who always seems to be missing. He's to blame for the circumstances surrounding a number of challenges, and even though nobody knows exactly what he looks like or where to find him, his presence is known. Larry makes his latest non-appearance twice in the movie.
Larry is the number one thing I hear screamed to me when I walk down the street.
I think they like Larry better than any of us.
Larry's first non-cameo is a reference found in Q's license plates, which start out with LRY. The second time Larry is mentioned is after the group fakes their way past security at a Paula Abdul concert. Just as they sneak through the doors, Q announces on a walkie-talkie that they've taken the arena. The response from the other end? "Where's Larry?" Not coincidentally, that was also the name of their 2015 tour.
Larry! Larry! Larry!
The entire imaginary setup of Impractical Jokers the movie takes place on Staten Island in 1992, but look closely and you'll see that Staten Island isn't all it seems.
We can go on like a wacky adventure on Staten Island.
No. Director Chris Henchy revealed in an interview with SI Live that it was too expensive to film largely on Staten Island itself, and production had to resort to finding streets in cheaper locations that were simply Staten Islandish. Fortunately, the scenes that were shot authentically feature some of the Joker's most iconic locations. You'll spot Monsignor Farrell High School, where the boys all went to school together and later returned for a lie detector punishment focused on Murr. You'll also see Ladder Company 86, where Q once served as a firefighter before moving on to become a TV big shot.
I heard you were a great fireman.
No, I'm an actor on television.
Ballbag. It's a word that basically means nothing and everything, but when the boys are excitedly discussing the nature of having exceptional testicular fortitude, the word ballbag is thrown around a lot. Sure, it's kind of funny on its surface, but it's also a distinct callback to one specific Impractical Jokers episode, where it makes its one and only memorable appearance. While acting as wall climbing instructors during a challenge appropriately called Repeat After Me, each one of the Jokers must get their wall climbing student to repeat a bizarre phrase or word given to them by the other Jokers. While Murr tried and failed to have his student repeat "I'm going to die," and Q also failed to get his student to repeat "lumpen proletariat," Joe succeeded in getting his student to repeat "ballbag" not once, but twice.
You want a ball bag over there?
Ball bag.
While you'd expect the Joker's many recurring characters to make appearances in their big screen debut, it was Murr's quiet and strange Stanley Merkel who made the most notable appearance.
My name is Stanley Merkel. I'm checking out.
The weird character originated as the winning costume in a creep-off competition filmed by the Jokers for their 2016 Santiago Centas tour. Not happy to just leave Stanley in a video clip only seen by tour attendees, Murr brought the character back for the TV show during a costume change competition in which the Jokers had to return to the same receptionist multiple times without getting recognized, accomplished through the aid of ridiculous costumes. Stanley returned once again in Impractical Jokers the movie as a random stranger who shows up to sit on Santa's lap in the middle of a shopping mall. Santa, of course, is played by Sal.
It was enlightening.
The Jokers are known to wear shirts that promote their own personal interests on the Impractical Jokers TV show. Joe often wears a shirt that says "Adopt, don't shop," and Sal seems to never take off his Wu-Tang tee. And while Q can often be seen wearing shirts that refer to his various pop culture loves, many of his shirts also refer to his podcast, Tell 'em Steve Dave, which he runs with Walt Flanagan and Brian Johnson of Comic Book Men fame. In Impractical Jokers the movie, it's an especially deep cut into Steve Dave lore, a shirt that says Prussian Kissing Devil, which was discussed in depth in the 313th episode of the podcast. Allegedly, the Prussian Kissing Devil was a strange sculptural head that Q attempted to buy during his Thanksgiving break in rural Pennsylvania with his family. Strangeness ensues, and the head found its way into TESD lore, and eventually onto a t-shirt. And while we're on the subject of t-shirts, Joe's legendary I'm the Beef shirt makes another cameo appearance as well.
Hey, I've been down here since 1987. I was looking for the gift shop.
The Jokers have attracted a pretty impressive celebrity following, and their famous fan base appears on their TV show often. Famous followers include Rosie O'Donnell, Danica McKellar, and even Gary Busey has appeared in several strange skits.
Don't ever say that to me again the way you said it yesterday.
In Impractical Jokers the movie, however, things get weird. While the boys play semi-fictionalized versions of themselves, their real-life friends are employed as some of the characters that surround them. Easiest to spot is Casey Jost, a producer of the show and host of Impractical Jokers Inside Jokes, who appears here as Sam, a close companion of Paula Abdul. He's easy to spot. Not quite as easy to spot as Kane Hodder, the hulking actor who plays Paula Abdul's bodyguard later in the movie. He's also one of the actors who's played Jason in the Friday the 13th series, and it's probably no coincidence. It's well known that Q is a huge fan of horror, even wearing a Friday the 13th hoodie during some challenges. When the Joker's parents show up, you know that it's about to get really good.
So welcome to your father. Have a seat, your ass is about to get punished.
While most of the Joker's parents have appeared in various capacities, Joe Gatto's parents never showed up for one simple reason: they both passed away. Fortunately, it's a subject that Joe can still joke about. During one waiting room challenge where the Jokers all have to get each other to laugh in order to achieve victory, Joe indicates that he's leaving to go retrieve his parents. He returns with a pair of plastic skeletons. In what's perhaps the most touching hidden detail in the entire 90 minutes, Joe brought his mother back one more time. In a June 2019 Instagram post, he revealed that he used his late mother's picture on an Employee of the Month plaque hidden in the movie. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about your favorite movies are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.